College. Lots of fun. Actually, I'm not even being sarcastic. It really is fun. Get to study a lot about. We get to study film constantly. Just we finished watching Shawshank Redemption, Harold and Maude. It's great, all that stuff. So that's why I haven't been doing a lot of these videos. So I think I should do another video. Let's talk about the potential Justice League movie. Okay, I've read some stuff down, and I've heard a lot about this understatement of the year. Everyone has been talking about the Justice League movie ever since Avengers came out. Like, after the success of the Avengers, there was lots of talk of Justice League coming out, and in fact, there was a planned movie. It had a 2015 release date to coincidentally compete with Marvel's Avengers 2. Gee, how could that possibly How could that possibly work? Honestly, how could it work? What worked with Marvel's movies were the fact that they explained each character in their own movie. Iron Man, and excluding Iron Man 2, which I actually don't like. Iron Man, the Hulk, Thor, Captain America, and you had some of the other characters mixed in, like Black Widow and Iron Man 2. Yeah, you had to see that one. And Hawkeye and Thor. So all the characters, they were explained. But what was Warner Brothers, what were they thinking? 2015? Like, I know they had a script, but if you're making a big team-up movie, granted, it probably worked in The Expendables, but then again, you know who the actors are. They're basically playing their stereotypical characters. But if you're making a new team for Justice League, you need to know how all these characters are, and you have a plot that's going to get in the way. So you have the Batman movies, which clearly are not in the same universe. Nolan has even said that his Batman is not in the same DC universe as like Justice League, Superman, and all that stuff. So that doesn't count. You had that Green Lantern film, which sucked, but it could easily be fixed. It could, if you got a decent sequel or reboot it, keep Ryan Reynolds, whatever. Just so then you would have to reboot Batman. But what we're dealing with right now is the Superman movie with Christopher Nolan and Zack Snyder. So it's all going to hinge on what the public thinks of this. If Man of Steel is a success, then no doubt there will probably be more crossover movies. Like, not crossover, there's going to be... they'll probably reboot Batman, which I heard they already are planning on doing. Probably a Wonder Woman movie. There was a Wonder Woman TV pilot. They never made it to series that came out. But I honestly don't see Justice League working. I have a thing with DC. Like, pretty much, I'm stuck only on Batman, and that's probably the generic. I hate to say generic, but pretty much a lot of people nowadays just fixate on Batman, and I'm ashamed of it. I admit it, but I don't know. I think they rely too much on Batman, and they don't pay attention to their own characters. And I think DC is just outside DC is terrible when developing. I don't even know what I'm talking. I don't know how to describe it. Well, first off, I hate the New 52. Why was that needed? Honestly, why? What the hell happened to Mr. Freeze's origin? What the hell happened to Harley Quinn? And no, I'm not dwelling on that, but those aren't big problems with the New 52. You can complain about lots of things like Barbara Gordon coming back. That's a complaint. You could complain about Starfire's outfit. Oh, okay, I'm not talking about Justice League. But I just don't think DC can do it. I don't. Like, the only successful movies they've made, superhero movies, correct me if I'm not recognizing any in particular, the successful ones would be Christopher Nolan's Batman trilogy, and you could probably I would include, the Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson Batman movie. and then you would have the two Superman movies, and that's about it. I don't. I must obviously nothing from the mainstream DC universe, but okay, Watchmen probably, but I'm not. I'm talking about like all. I'm talking about like mainstream Justice League characters. We don't. We haven't had like a Flash movie. We haven't had an Aquaman movie. Now, Christopher Nolan is going to be involved according to what I've heard. I follow Screen Rant most of the time my new for my movie news, and I advise you guys too. It's an awesome website, and apparently, like there's Christopher Nolan might include. I don't know. Christopher Nolan's gonna. He might produce the Justice League movie, but as far as direct, I don't think so. But there's also rumors of Christian Bale coming back as Batman. No, no, don't. And it has nothing to do with me saying Christian Bale is bad as Batman. No, no, no. He's fine as Batman, aside from the voice. Um, what I don't. The reason I don't want Christian Bale back is because it's gonna be a little too confusing and it'll be or odd because it's a different universe. It's apart from the Dark Knight universe, and it's just will be weird to see Christian Bale back as Batman, especially after seeing how the third one ended. So, and even if the same thing goes for Joseph Gordon-Levitt, if they put him in the suit, it'll be kind of weird. Granted, I would actually like to see Joseph Gordon-Levitt as Batman, but I don't know. So, I don't know how Justice League would work, guys. And first, if I was doing it, I would have a Superman movie, Wonder Woman movie, possibly either a Green Lantern reboot or a better sequel. Because that first movie was bad. And then you of course you'd have to reboot Batman, but or you could have all the other. Knowing the DC, they'll probably use the current Justice League, like including Cyborg, Aquaman, Flash, Green Lantern, all that. They'll use that Justice League. But if I were doing this, if you wanted to cut some characters, like if you didn't want to do individual character movies, you could introduce Cyborg and Batman in the Justice League movie. Like we'd be seeing the Justice League through these characters' eyes. Does that make any sense? So Cyborg wouldn't have his own movie, but like the Justice League movie, Cyborg would be going into the Justice League. Batman, to be honest, I don't really think Batman would need a new movie. Maybe he could just be introduced in the Justice League movie, then he could have the reboot or spin-off. Because let's be honest, we know everyone knows knows Batman's origin. A 4-year-old can tell you Batman's origin. So yeah, I don't think Justice League is of course not in 2015. Let's be honest. No way. No way in hell. But I don't I don't know how DC's going to do it. And if it does, they do make it. I'm hoping for the best, but this is obviously just a cash grab at the success of the Avengers. It's funny because even the villain they want, Darkseid, is basically the same as the Marvel Avengers villain Thanos. My gosh. So, my final thoughts. I'm excited for the Man of Steel movie. I'm really interested, of course, as to where Batman is going to go from here. And I'm hoping for a decent Green Lantern movie. Green Lantern can be done. Keep Ryan Reynolds, just get a different screenwriter, get a different director, I don't know. Or rebooting, keep Ryan Reynolds and shoot, I already forgot who Sinestro was. Mark Strong, I think. Oh yeah, that was probably it. So until then, I'm gonna have a decent. I'm gonna try and put more videos up as I go. Most of them are gonna be movie updates, like things I don't really talk about. Like I'm excited for the new Oz movies, which I talked about, I think, a year or two ago. Probably, yeah, 2 years ago, I talked about how the new Oz is coming out, and I'm actually pretty excited about that now. Um, what else? What else? Oh, who is playing? Norman Osborn is confirmed to be in the new Amazing Spider-Man movie, and the actor escape. The first name escapes me at the moment. Cooper, Martin Cooper, Charlie. I don't remember, but I'm excited for that as well. And also, I want your guys' opinion on this. Considering anyone watches this video, I am thinking about releasing my first movie that I've made onto YouTube. What's my first movie? Well, actually, it's not technically my movie because it's an adaptation. I decided for a school talent show to adapt The Killing Joke, which is the story of Barbara Gordon's being paralyzed and the Joker's supposed origin. I made that film last year, and I'm thinking about uploading it because some people have asked me about that. So I retitled it One Bad Day, which I liked how Joker talked about that. So tell me what you think about that. Tell me what you think about those movie news, and please tell me what you think about the Justice League movie. Do you think it's gonna work? Do you think it's gonna fail? Should Christian Bale come back? Blah 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 blah. Until then, this is OMM signing out. And if you'll excuse me, I have some more college work to do. Heimat, 1984, classic movie.